I married a person that is not a mind reader like most couples. So I had to learn how to communicate all the things that not only my wants and needs, but also just in general feelings. And that's not something I was used to. Hello, somebodies. Welcome to the channel for all you newbies and for all you returners. Thank you. I am your host, Mr. Mafuchi, and with me as always, kicking it old school, is my boy, Jay.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Today's show. Hey, guess what? We've had a couple of episodes, and it's getting close to the end of the year, so we're just gonna close it up with a year in review. We're gonna let you know things that we've noticed that matter in a marriage to make it successful, and probably red flags to stay away from. We're just gonna give you our best. Before we get into it though, please, if you make it to the end of the channel, I know Jay always knows this, consider a like, a subscribe, or even both, because that always makes us happy, and hey, 'tis the season. So, without further ado, let's get going. Now, as we've gone through the year with our episodes, I've noticed that probably one of the key things for me that I rarely would do is communicate. Because, again, I've always said that I grew up with a family that we were kind of mind readers. We would read our body language, read our eyes, and we would already kind of know what we wanted and what to do. Well, I married a person that is not a mind reader like most couples. So I had to learn how to communicate all the things that not only my wants and needs, but also just in general feelings. And that's not something I was used to. So going through the channel, along with hearing Jay and his end, he would always tout communication regardless of what episode we were talking about. That's just, it seems, I finally realized that's one of the key components to a successful marriage to move forward. So we're going to take away anything, or I'm going to take away something, is talk to your partner, because quite frankly, they deserve it, especially if they're going to put up with your worst and vice versa. Then yeah, you should let them know. That way it's not ambiguous on any side. We're this isn't a battle. I know I've joked around before, your partner, it's the only time you're sleeping with the enemy, but I guess that's also my mentality has changed about that. My wife is not the enemy. It doesn't have to be a battle, especially when you try to figure out like I said, communication. I know she always tells me things. Now I have to give it back.
All right, so I'm going to agree. Communication, but also for me, I like to say effective communication, because if I'm saying something to my wife, she may hear something different than what I'm trying to convey. So it's also effective communication. I also believe in knowing your spouse's love language and vice versa. So as I'm watching Married at First Sight this season, it seems like certain people, they're asking the right question, but the person's not hearing exactly what they're asking. So I'm going to say effective communication, knowing your spouse's love language and vice versa, as far as like a key component to having a good, successful marriage. Because one thing, if you're not a good communicator, you're not going to have any type of good relationship, friend, spouse, or otherwise.
Yeah, Jay, I know that you said about the five love languages, and I asked my wife again because I think it changed. But today she's just feeling that all the love languages are for her right now. So I guess you don't always have to choose one, because my wife said today they're all 5. So I guess, ladies, is that okay? Let us know in the comments. Can you just feel like all 5 pertain on a certain day? Let us know.
So one thing I've learned about myself and my marriage, one thing is like I've learned I can not be selfish, because that's what I've been told growing up as being selfish, but it's also learning that you're never going to know your spouse as, I'll say 100%, because there's all things we keep to ourselves and we don't want everyone else to know. Either whether it's embarrassment, you think you can get made fun of or judged, whatever the case may be. I learned overall in my marriage is like, you're never going to know someone 100%. You may know them very well, but never 100%. And that's okay. I feel this year in particularly, like, there's things about my wife and I, we always say, I never knew that about you. And it's always like a fun thing to like, oh, we learned something new about each other that we never knew before or expected for anything to come out, you know. So it's like dating. Like when you find out something about someone, like, oh, you like that? I like that type of thing.
For sure, the one thing I've learned right away, I think I touched upon it, is my wife is not the enemy. She's actually, Jay has said this numerous times, she is my partner. I need to make sure that I'm working with her, not against her. And it was kind of ironic that Jay said that he felt he could be a little selfish in a relationship, because we're talking to the narcissist right here. And I feel that throughout each episode, I've learned more and more, especially with Jay by my side, that, hey, it's not about you anymore. Believe it or not, after so many years of being married, 10 plus years, I've come to realize more and more I need to just put the brakes on myself and kind of come to terms with, okay, what could I do for the marriage, for both of us, not just me? If I'm not having my needs met, okay, that's probably not the way to think about it. I've learned how to tone that down and be more of a partner than trying to figure out the next move in a battlefront, which a marriage should not be. That's what I have learned about marriage: partnership, and that's very important.
So, as like, I'm an only child, right? So I feel being selfish, if you're kind of like stuck in that way, it's kind of hard to grow out of that way. Because as my wife and I will talk about this a lot, like, she has siblings, so she's like born to share stuff. Me, yeah, I'm not that way. I still struggle a little bit to share stuff. Like, I always buy Christmas cookies at the end of the year, and I used to buy like a few for myself because it was just me. But now I know my wife and then my kids, they want to share, like, have some too, so I'll buy a lot more. And they're like, okay, can we have more than one? I'm like, ooh, we can do one today, and if we do something special, I'll give you guys two. But that's still more like, okay, I'm still trying to hold on a little bit to my selfishness and not kind of share everything. Even though I brought a whole lot, I just kind of wanted to last. So I feel it's more of like an only child syndrome type of thing, where it's like you're not used to sharing and it's all about you until you kind of adjust and make that growth step in a relationship, in a marriage, where it's like, okay, it's not about me anymore. I have to learn to share this, share that, and be actually a partner, be a dynamic duo.
That's funny, Jay, because I think your wife is the only one out of us three, which is you, me, and my wife, that are not only children, because us three are. I'm married an only child, but the difference is my wife grew up with her family. I did not. So she had younger cousins, and she was able to get that experience about being able to share and be the bigger person, to be able to just take care of their needs. So she got that. I didn't. I'm right with you, Jay. I mean, and it sucks to say out loud, but I had an enabling mom who felt she put me on the pedestal that I could do no wrong. That doesn't help in the long term. So I had to figure out how to grow up and become a man on my own afterwards. But yeah, that it makes a difference. So I guess in a sense, I'm glad you have your wife that showed you the ways of not being only child syndrome selfish. But hey, it was fun while it lasted, up until someone told us that's not how the world works. So.
Hells no, it does not. It does not. You can tell by watching the news, reality TV. No, there's not for everyone, no. Because some people are down, some people are woe is me, stuff like that. I don't believe true love exists for everyone. You have, it's the world we live in, for one, how you're growing up for two. So I'm just going to say no.
Yeah, I'm with Jay. Hell no. If we look at celebrity divorces, which we had Larry King getting married 8 times. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a true love in that pack. I feel this is a person that needed to be with someone at all times, but true love, I don't think it's for everyone. It's not to say it's a bad thing either. Maybe just love isn't for everyone. There's people that enjoy their life on their own, or maybe they just never found that person. Not everyone gets to have what Jay and I have. And again, not a bad thing. Not for everyone. Yeah, just short and sweet.
All right, for me, it means companionship, partnership. Is like, it's hard to explain for me, because I didn't think I would be married, to be honest. And a lot of people in my family throw it in my face that I'm married. But granted, I have a successful marriage, so they can poo-poo me all the hell they want to. So for me, it's being happy, having kids. I'm sure my Fuchi has like a paragraph of stuff to say, but yeah, mine is pretty much simple, loyalty, but overall companionship, living life, growing together, being happy, working stuff out when you guys don't see eye to eye. Just going through the trenches, living and growing.
What it means is, if you find that person that'll put up with your crap, then that's a keeper. Especially if you have good feelings, the right feelings to start off, essentially love. But there's 2 differences between that word. It's on its own, singular, and then the add-on, which is in love. And I am fortunate in my second marriage, the first one was a trial run, that in this current marriage, and the only one, is I am in love with my wife from the very beginning. That definitely makes a difference, because even with my selfish ass, I know the person that I have. I have someone that has my back, that supports me, especially when I'm down, and vice versa. The thing, I forget who said it, and I feel bad that I can't credit them, but something I heard is, you love someone, you love your partner when their happiness is your happiness, because I feel truly throughout your marriage, throughout day to day, hopefully you're still trying to figure out ways to make each other happy, because it's better to move forward with a marriage when both of you are jovial and joyful and still being able to smile, be happy, long for one another. There's not a day, even when my wife and I are not on good terms, but we still make it a part of our lives to tell each other that we love each other. I don't really feel there's been a day that has passed where we didn't say that to one another. Even if, again, we're in best terms, we at least texted to one another. That was the thing that we always said we would do. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Thank you so much. And by the way, if your finger is working well with your mouse, please consider clicking on the like, on the subscribe. Both are always excellent with us. Now, as the year has gone through and filming all these episodes with Jay, I know when we started, we had an idea where we're going to go. And I feel we have definitely reached small goals and milestones, and we're just going to continue to go. But the thing I want to say to Jay is that it's been truly an honor, and it's been fun being able to film with you. I knew that I chose the right person because we both have different opinions, and more importantly, different marriages, because it seems you have been more on top of your game with the marriage, and I have been more the one that has learned from it. So just want to say, Jay, it's been a pleasure to be able to film with you week in and week out or whenever we have time. And also give our spouses the credit that they deserve as well, because this is also taking up time away from them. But they understand our passion. They understand that we enjoy doing this as well. So Jay, kudos to you, and thank you so much for continuing to do this with me.
Yeah, Mafuchi, likewise. I enjoyed filming with you. I learned a lot from you and things I didn't know about yourself as well, which kind of surprising because you're very outspoken type of person. So, but I did have fun doing this with you this year. Looking to do more next year as well. And I want to thank all the people who have watched and have subscribed, and appreciate you just taking time out your day to look at our videos, our shorts, and things of that nature. And the people who have commented as well. Appreciate those as well, especially the funny ones as well.
Absolutely, Jay. I'm sure it was a surprise to know that the type A personality that I am kind of carries with it ego and narcissism, which you kind of have to be able to feel you can proceed being in front of the camera. Now, along with the like and subscribe, for all you viewers, please, we have a comment section. And if you have a topic that you would like us to talk about, or Jay and I, we are going to venture with actual video clips that are about relationships. So if there's clips, whether it's from movies or personals from people's TikTok, Instagram, whatever the case, even on YouTube, by all means, let us know, and we are ready to comment on all of it. But with the caveat that it's about either marriages or relationships. That's what this channel is all about, just giving you our wisdom and experience, more so Jay's wisdom, about success, how to proceed with a successful marriage. That's what it's all about here. So again, thank you so much. This has been year 2024. It's been a pleasure to have all of you watching. And like always, I'm Mr. Mafuchi with my boy Jay here. We will see you next year.
Later.